Route 1 Tallaght. We're just going to cover that now for you. So we're going to drive out of the car park at the test centre. You exit out in gear 1. So when you're exiting out of the car park, you will see there's a hedge here alongside the footpath, which really restricts your view. We're going to go left here, so you need to be very cautious here in case a cyclist to come down the path there, or pedestrian and you didn't see it. So you want to just creep out carefully, make sure it's safe. Come out onto Broomhill Road, which means you're going to a 50k here. And just go on through your gear range. There's quite a sharp bend here. Sometimes there is vehicles parked on the left hand side when you come around the bend. Move on up through your gears. We want to go down to the T-junction at Ayrton Road, and we're going to go to our right. So on approach, be seen to look in your mirrors, okay, in particular your centre and right mirror, and show your right indicator when you pass these exits on your right. Now approach the junction in gear 2. It's a yield sign, as you can see, but this is quite a busy road. To gear 1. So naturally you must give way if there's traffic coming from your right or left, and you have to wait for a safe opportunity. So check in here it's safe, which it is now, and we'll go on to the Ayrton Road. Lots of cars parked on the left hand side. So you keep a safe distance from those cars, which is roughly a door width. That's if it's possible to do that and if it's safe. If you cannot keep a door width, you reduce your speed. You may have to come down a gear and just ease in closer to the car. You can stop if somebody opened a door out in front of you, or if somebody walked out between those vehicles there. We're going up to the traffic lights, and we're going to go to our left at the traffic lights at the Bellyard Road. So on approach, you'll be seen to look in your centre and left mirror, is your left indicator. Slow down, hop over to gear 2. The lights are red at the moment, so we'll come to a complete stop. So brake and plunge. Handbrake in gear 1. Now before you move away, you'll be seen to check your mirrors again, your left blind spot. You'll also take a quick glance to your right before you move to make sure nobody's walking across the junction. Nobody cycles through the junction, nobody comes through the junction late in any direction. Okay, so go. Turn into your left hand lane of the Bellyard Road. We're going to go down to the roundabout and take the second exit, which is straight on. In a 60k zone here, so. Approaching the roundabout, checking your mirrors, slowing down, hopping over to gear 2, moving on if it's safe, keeping on the left hand side of the road. Centre and left mirror and left blind spot check. Signal takes the roundabout. Go to switch lanes here, so it's centre and right mirror and right indicator. Right blind spot check. The reason I'm changing lanes here is I'm going to go to my right at the next traffic light. So I've cancelled off the indicator. Again, show for the lights going right, so we're going right and right again. So mirrors and signal to the right. So because we're going right and right again, you turn into the right hand lane. Right here, as I said, so centre and right mirror and right indicator. We'll just come to a complete stop. Up to gear 1, have a quick glance to the left, then look up to your direction of travel, make sure it's safe. And up to the roundabout, I'm taking the first exit. So the first exit of this roundabout is to the left. So after the entrance here, check your mirrors, centre and left in particular, indicate, slow down. pop your car to gear 2, make sure it's safe, nothing coming from the right, and then look to your direction of travel, make sure nobody's walking across your side and across the road. Gear 3. Okay. So you're in a 50 zone here. So we're going up to the roundabout, and we're going to take the second exit, which is straight on. That's the roundabout at the hospital. So on approach, I'm going to look at my mirrors because I'm slowing down. Keep it on the left lane, the direction arrows say that. Hop to gear 2. We're clear on the right hand side, keeping our position on the roundabout. To exit off, check the centre and left signal, check in your left blind spot. We're going to drive up to the traffic lights and go toward right. So again, centre and right mirror, right indicator, right blind spot check because you're switching lane. We have a green light at the moment. I'm going to pop the car to gear 2 here and approach. Take one quick glance to the left at this point and then look to my direction of travel. I'm going to drive up to the second set of traffic lights. I'm on Cookstown Way here. We're going to turn into Cookstown Industrial Estate. Keep it at a safe distance from the cars parked on the left hand side. Going to a complete stop. Coming down the gears and approach. So, off we go. When you're stopped like that at a red traffic light, or a stop sign, just check your mirrors, be aware of your surroundings all the time. Now on approach, we're going to go right to the lights, as I said, so centre and right mirror and right indicator here. There is a lane change, you cannot go on the hatch markings, so before you enter the lane do another mirror check and your blind spot check and ensure it's safe. I'm going to pop the car to gear 2 here. We do have a round green light, which means we can proceed if it's safe to do so. Look into the road you're going to enter, so it's important to keep your position close to the left. I'm going to pop the car to gear 3 here. Keep in your position well, because if you don't, you'll find yourself out of the white line. Truck ahead is indicating off to the right. I'm going to drive down to the roundabout and I'm going to take the first exit, which is to the left. Approach, I'm going to check all my mirrors, particularly within the centre and left mirror, indicating to the left, reduce my speed, taking the car over to gear 2, check again to the right to ensure it's clear, then look to where you're going. Always the most important observation is look where you're going always. I'm going to go up to the next roundabout and taking the second exit, and in this instance the second exit is to the right. So centre and right mirror and right indicator on approach. Slowing down, taking the car to gear 2. If it's clear, then proceed on to the roundabout. Again, look into your direction of travel. To exit off the roundabout, centre and left mirror and left indicator and left blind spot check. Drive up to the next roundabout and we're taking the first exit, which is to the left. So again on approach, centre and left mirror, left indicator, slowing down, coming to gear 2. There is a ramp on approach here as well. We're going to go up to the next traffic lights, and at the traffic lights we're going to go to our right and then right again. So again, mirrors and approach, signalling, slowing down, approaching the lights in gear 2, and just brake and touch and stop at the line. handbrake, and gear 1. Again, when you're waiting, be aware of your surroundings, check your mirrors, and look around you. Now we're going to turn into the right-hand lane because we're going right again, as I said. And the lane changes here, so centre and right mirror and right indicator, and right blind spot check. This takes us onto the Bellegarde Road, this right turn here. So when you turn right onto the Bellegarde Road, make sure you turn into the correct lane. There's 2 lanes, so you'll be turning into the left-hand lane. While waiting, be mindful of your surroundings, looking around pedestrian activity, cyclists, motorbikes, all other traffic, in particular vulnerable road users. So, moving away. Now at the next lights we're going to go to our left, so again centre and left we're indicating to the left. Stopping a safe distance from the traffic ahead of you. Stopped. I'm going to take the next left at the lights here into Maybury. So again I'm going to be checking my mirrors again here and my left blind spot before I turn in. And then I'm going to look into the road I'm going to enter. We're in the 50 zone here. Taking the next road to the left. So centre and left mirror and left indicator. Checking your left blind spot again before you turn in. And look into the road you're going to enter. Now we're going to pull over on the left hand side here just before the junction, so mirrors and signal to the left. Now this is a scenario where you may be asked to reverse around the corner here. So that's the junction up ahead, and it'll be something similar to that you'll be asked to do in your test. So just to stress, before you put in, for your you make sure you check all your mirrors, signal, check your blind spot to put in on the left. And when you're moving away, make sure you do all the relevant checks to move away. Okay, so I'm going to move up past the junction and put in on the left hand side. So to move away, I'm going to check all my mirrors, check my blind spot on the right, and indicate. If it's safe, I move away. I'll just check my mirrors again here to put in all my mirrors and signaling put in on the left hand side. That's about the right distance past the junction, a few car lengths past the junction. Put the car into reverse gear, have a good look around, 360-degree look around, and if it's safe then start reversing, look into your direction of travel. If another road user comes, you must stop and give way to them. In this instance, there's a van coming up the road, so I'm going to just give way to that van. And after the van passes, I'm going to do a full look around again to make sure it's safe to move to continue. So at the moment it looks safe. And if another road user comes along, you must stop and give way to them. Pedestrian, cyclist, motor car, whatever it is. You continue back, reversing until the examiner asks you to stop. The vehicle down the road a little bit here, so we're going to stop here. Now, when you have that exercise completed, you're going to be asked to move away. So again, for the moving away, don't forget to do all your checks. Okay, so you're selecting your gear, having a good look around, checking all your mirrors, indicating, checking your right blind spot. And when it's safe, move out. Cancel your indicator. We're going right at the junction here. So center and right mirror and right indicator. It's a yield sign. We're just going to move out carefully. And we're good to go. Now we're taking the next road to the left. So on approach, center and left mirror and left indicator. Checking your left blind spot before you turn in. This takes you into Redwood Drive. It's a 30k zone here, so watch your speed. We're going to drive down to the T-junction and going to go to our right. So again, on approach, check your center and right mirror and right indicator. Your position is along the center of the road or the center line. We're going to come to gear 2 here. It's a yield sign, so you make sure you have a good view. We'll slip the car up to gear 1 and move out carefully. Taking the next road to the left, so center and left mirror and left indicator, left blind spot check. Keep it in mind that you're in the 30 zone here until you see a sign telling you otherwise. Taking the next road to the right, so that's center and right mirror and right indicator again. I'll keep in my position along the center of the road. Pop the car to gear 2, checking to see if there's anything coming down, and look into the road you're going to enter. Now you'll be coming in here to do a turnabout of the road, or somewhere similar to this. Now center and left mirror, indicate left, put in. Now we're going to do a turnabout on the road here. So you select gear 1. Have a good look around before you move. 360-degree look around. You use clutch control for the whole exercise. Use up the available road space. Use your steering correctly. And again, give way to somebody. So I'm going to do the looks. Checking my blind spot, indicating. I'll cancel my indicator now again because the vehicle has come in. This vehicle is parking up near me, so I'm going to wait until that's done. Now, I'm going to do the checks again because there's the wait time there. Full look around, checking my blind spot, indicating. So I'm going to move slowly and steer fully to the right. Get up close to the curb, use your road space, use your handbrake if necessary. Put the car in reverse, have a look around, look to your direction of travel when you're reversing. Get back reasonably close to the curb, avoid bumping it. Handbrake if necessary. Gear 1. Take a good look around before you move. Look to your left and then look to your direction of travel. Remember, you only indicate the first time. Come to gear 2. Now, after your turnabout or reverse around the corner, you may be asked to pull over and do your hand signals. So, if you are, make sure you do all the relevant checks putting in and all the relevant checks moving away. We're going right to the next junction, so center and right mirror and right indicator. It's quite blind here, so just slip the car up to gear 1 and give way to any traffic. Now we're going to take the immediate left here, so center and left mirror and left indicator. This takes into Redwood Park. We're going to go up and take the next road to the right, which will take us down towards Dunn's Stores. So centre and right mirror and right indicator. Look into the road you're going to enter. Quite a few parked cars along here. Trying to give a suitable space for those. Just before the ramp, I'm going to put in on the left, and we will do a hill start here. Okay, so when you're putting in, make sure you check all your mirrors. Centre mirror always first, and make sure you check your left blind spot to make sure it's safe. So you're on a hill. It's not very steep. You could be, but still you need to do all the relevant things for moving away, like using your handbrake well, getting them onto revs upright, and making sure it's safe. So selecting gear 1, get the revs up slightly, bring your clutch to the bite, check all around, check your mirrors, signal, right blind spot, handbrake off, ease up your clutch carefully, and away you go. When you go out on the road, then have a look in your centre mirror. Going up to the next junction, and we're going to go to our left. So centre mirror and left indicator. Pop the car to gear 2, and there is a ramp near the junction here as well. Gear 1 and handbrake. There's a few vehicles coming from the right, so we'll give way to those. We're good to go now, so I'm going to look at my direction of travel. It's unavoidable. You have to go on the side track here. It's not possible to avoid it. So we're going to drive down to the next traffic light, so we're going to go to our right. So I'm going to check my mirrors and signal just here. Check my blind spot before I switch lane. And again, just your mirrors, centre and right mirror in particular, indicated to the right. Stopping a safe distance from the vehicle ahead, into gear 1, move the car on, gear 2, a quick glance to the left, and then look to your direction of travel. Again, the road is quite narrow there. It's a broken line at the side of the track, so you can enter it if it's safe. So always make sure you check that it's safe. We're taking this road to the right, so centre and right mirror and right indicator. Look into the road you're entering, turn into it without cutting the junction. The reason you look into a road like that is you can see the layout of the junction. You can see if anybody was walking across the junction. So we're back on Broomhill Road. We're going to drive back up to the test centre. So we're going to enter the test centre car park in gear 1, and when you go back to the test centre, you can drive into a parking space. Now we're at the next exit on the left. So we're just going to drive into a parking space here. Now when you get back, it's important to park your car neatly between the lines, and that completes route 1.